welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I thought that we could talk about two planner related things that have tentatively weaseled their way into my lineup. I'm testing them out, I'm trying them, they're working, but we'll see. Anyway, I thought that I'd talk about them, the role that they serve, how they're fitting into my lineup, and how they're still in keeping with the lessons I learned in 2021. That was a previous video I filmed. So if that sounds good to you, please stick around. Before we get started, my name is Jay. I tend to make content about planners, productivity. I'm also a student. So if that sounds good to you, I hope that you like and subscribe, and let's just hop right into it. So if you didn't catch my 2022 system, I'm using a A5 day free for journaling and a Hobonichi Weeks as my monthly, daily, and weekly planning. It's like my all-in-one planner. So what I've noticed is that I've been using smaller handbags and my weeks is large, even though compared to like an A5, it's small. It is a relatively small planner, but I use really small handbags. So even though, yes, this does fit in all of my handbags, it takes up majority of the room. And that's been starting to irritate me, given that I've noticed that when I'm outside of the house, I never really write on the pages of my Hobonichi Weeks. I only write on sticky notes. Even if I'm booking an appointment, like it's a surefire thing, I will only write on sticky notes, and then I'll transfer the information into whatever part of the planner it needs to be in when I get home, when I'm having a minute, when I have a second to actually plan. So because of that, the huge form factor of this compared to the size of my bag seems excessive, given that when I'm outside of the house, I only write on sticky notes. I don't need all of these other things. So here comes in this. So this is my Louis Vuitton pocket rings. I've had this in my collection for quite a while. It is hands down my smallest planner. It's made completely of canvas, so it's really thin and lightweight. It also doesn't have a back pocket, so that also slims the form factor down. I think on its own, it ships with, is it 9mm rings? It's incredibly puny. I've gone ahead and switched them out for 16mm Krauss rings. That's the most you're gonna fit in here. It is just stretching it. But essentially what I'm using this as is a glorified pocketbook. All that I've put in here, and I'll show you guys, all that I've put in here is some inbox inserts, so just some blank lists. My monthly, which just has personal stuff, so it doesn't have really school stuff. It has like dentist appointments, my yoga class that happens each week, work shifts, any trips and travel. And then the rest of it is just full of note paper. So essentially it just has what I need on the go. It's taking this and taking the necessary stuff that I want to have with me and condensing it into this. The reason why in my system overview video and the lessons that I learned video, I said that I had a major issue with rings and that I didn't see myself going back to rings is because of the archiving problem. I love a bound book because at the end of the year, I get to put this book on my shelf and it is a record of everything that I did that year, all the memories, all the highs and lows. So as I was saying, once the planner becomes stuffed, you have to take out some of those pages, and then it becomes, what do you do with those pages? How do you find a way to archive them in a way that makes you want to return to them and reflect and look back? Because that's what I do with my book bound planners, and I love that aspect of planning, the reflective documenting part of it. So that's why I kind of strayed away from rings for my weekly planning, for any type of planning I wanted to keep. But the beautiful thing about this is that everything that I would write in here, I don't need to keep any of it. My monthly spread is a direct duplication of this, and it's not even my school stuff, it's just the highest level things that could impact appointment booking. And then notes pages. Anything of importance, I would transfer to my Hobonichi Weeks the same way that I transfer the information on the sticky notes into the pages of the weeks. It just allows me to have a lot smaller form factor of a planner outside of the house. It's not something that I need to update. I only need to update it once a month. I fill out the monthly spread, or as things are getting booked, I can easily pop it in here. There's no decorating in here. It is just notes pages and a monthly calendar. And I think that's really gonna work for me. It's gonna free up a lot of space in my handbags, which is nice, especially in the Canadian winter, because you carry more stuff during the winter. At least I do. Like, I've got gloves now that I have to shove in my purse, and I'm just tired of fighting for space when I have this in my handbag, considering I only use sticky notes. So this is a great option. and it's been working pretty well. I'll update you guys as time goes on, but I don't plan on showing this a ton on my channel because there's no real planning that's happening in here. It's just a monthly calendar. But I thought I would update you guys because I'm using it. It's in my life. It's here. And then the other thing that I have brought into the lineup is a standard traveler's notebook. So I didn't really talk about this in my system overview just because I don't know if I consider this a planner. So let me just start. On my desk at all times, I have this book called a desk book. It is just paper and a book, and it is free game. I essentially use it as a notepad. This is an old desk book of mine. It was a Leuchtturm 1917. This is just a random page I flipped through. I've got random notes from a lecture I was listening to, and then like just scribbles. I use this essentially as a notepad. I don't tend to use notepads a whole lot because I hate the fact that once you're done, you have to rip it off and ideally throw it out. I like to keep all the things. Don't ask me why. That is what it is. So this is my desk book that was from September 2018 to April 2019. So yeah, desk book. That's the whole concept of it for me. I haven't been using a desk book. I've just been using notepads, and it's been irritating me so much because I have all of these loose leaf pages flying around. I was like, I need a new desk book. But I didn't want to buy anything, and I didn't have another Leuchtturm hanging around. And I was looking through all my notebooks, and I was like, there's not really anything that like I want to use, that I have a desire to use. And then I found my traveler's notebook, and I was like, that could work. Because another thing that's been happening is that I've been laying in bed or towards the end of the evening when I'm just chilling out, and things will pop in my head, things that I might want to do, ideas that I have, just a ton of random stuff. And it's not stuff that I've fully decided need to go into my planner. Like, it's just ideas. Like, it doesn't have a spot to go on the monthly, the weekly, or the daily. It's not really a journaling thing where it would fit nicely into my journal. Like, it's a random idea. Or a thing I want to try. But I'm not sure. Like, I don't know that I definitely for sure want to try it on February 14th. Like, it's just random ideas, and I haven't really known where to put those because they don't fit neatly into my planner or my journal. So I've been having ideas popping up, and I've been missing my desk book. So I was like, traveler's notebook. I was like, this could actually work for me. So I have 3 inserts in here right now. I might just have 2. So I'm thinking the first insert is like beside my bed, the random things that pop in my head, the potentials, the maybes. And then the second insert would essentially function as my desk book, just sitting open on my desk every day whenever I just need to jot something down. And yeah, so this is the desk book. But again, so both of these are 2 things that I don't think I'll show on my channel a whole lot. There's not really a ton of decorating or even active planning, but they are a part of my productivity, a part of the way that I'm functioning, a part of the way that I'm like documenting and writing things down. So I wanted to share them with you guys. Yeah, I think that they're gonna work. I'm not sure. I've tried to use traveler's notebooks in the past as an actual planner, and it hasn't worked out for me. So we're gonna give it a try as a desk book, and we'll see how it pans out. If it doesn't pan out, I'm just gonna buy a new Leuchtturm. The whole idea was that I didn't want to buy something. I just wanted to make use of what I already had. But if it doesn't pan out, I'll buy another Leuchtturm because I do really like these notebooks for the purposes of a desk book. So yeah, let me know down below. Do you guys use a desk book? Or do you guys just use notepads and sticky notes? I haven't had a desk book in probably like 4 months, and I miss it, and I'm tired of the sticky notes and notepads everywhere. So we're going back. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Let me know down below if you have any questions. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And before you head out, I'd love if you take a second to like and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.